Welcome to 80 UK News. I have to do news.
It's been a while since we've live streamed. I'm not gonna lie.
It is.
But yeah, hopefully you can hear us all now. You can hear us now.
I'm so sorry.
Chris wants the whole 80 UK thing, like news side of it, to be a weekly thing.
A weekly thing, and I was
will
gonna
mostly be a him thing.
I was gonna do it tomorrow, as I posted in a poll, but I thought we'd come out and do a live tonight, and then we can get Haley's views on some of the news. We're gonna start off, as you can tell with the thumbnail. We're gonna start off Merlin Entertainment. Merlin Entertainment has posted a pre-tax loss of £492 million for 2024, which is a significant drop from previous year's figures.
I mean, right, okay. So obviously I don't know anything about the finances of parks and things like that. However, one thing that I'm pretty sure is the case is that included in those losses will be any new investment, whether that's investment that we know about or that is still secret or unknown. That will also be if an asset has gone down in value, that will be counted as a loss. So that number is a big number, but it's not as black and white as it comes across as it seems. Basically, there's a lot that goes into that number. It's not just they've lost that in sales.
Obviously, it is despite actually the figures going up to 62 million visitors. Obviously, this isn't just UK Merlin attractions, this is globally for them. So there's a positive there.
Yes.
But our revenue has also experienced a slight decline, 3.2%. It's not major, like Haley says. It probably has got to do with new attractions. Then kept on stalling Hyperia probably didn't help either.
Well, if that's like, because what we were told that every time they have to get a crane, that's a 10k loss just for the crane. So that soon adds up.
We don't want to go too much into it, but obviously there's a political side in this country as well, with also taxes rising.
Yeah, that would be a big factor as
which
well.
will also be a huge factor.
John Cortman said it's meant to be getting hot again next week. It is. Next weekend is supposed to be 30 degrees and I'm dreading it. Also, Cats and Coasters said that's a lot of money. A lot. Depreciation of rides will be a huge side of that. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not like, because I have seen loads of people saying, oh my god, 492 million in sales loss, and like that must mean that no one's going to the park, and this is why they're having cutbacks and all that sort of stuff. It's not that simple. There is more to it.
There's another story coming up later which probably suggests maybe they're not as bad as what we all think. We'll get onto it further down the line.
Okay. See, I don't know any of this news. Like, so Chris kind of looks at things and then, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean, not really. I've kind of had to write stuff down. Where are we? There we go. I've got a whole big.
Yeah. Cats and Coasters also said the reliance on IPs going forward now makes sense. It does. It does. I mean, I personally think it works for Chessington. What I don't want to see is those IPs going to like Thorpe Park and Alton Towers. I think if you're going to have an IP at Towers, it needs to really, really go with everything else. That's if it's outside of CBBS. Within CBBS, like, you know, you can do whatever because it's CBBS basically. But Thorpe Park, I can't see an IP making sense. I mean, Saw fits it very well, but outside of that, like if you then put anything else with Hyperia, top of my head, I can't think of anything that would go there. Same with like anywhere else, unless they're going to retheme things. But I just hope it doesn't spread everywhere.
No, I think a thrill park should always stay.
It needs more
original. Yeah, I don't think you can really get a thrilling IP somehow. I don't know. But anyway,
Kat said 100% agree.
Yeah.
It works in some cases, not in all, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, but stuff's positive kind of in Merlin. Okay, it's negative with the amount of loss, but hopefully, you know, obviously Chessington opening 2 areas, one next year, one the year after. Something to look forward to. There's not much to look forward to in Merlin with all the entertainment gone. What is Fright Nights? What's Halloween season
but we know
going to look like?
We know that they're starting to outsource entertainment. So it could just be that they're outsourcing, that they're working out and figuring out currently will be the first time that we see it will be at Halloween, and then going forward we'll start seeing the events come back like next year. Fingers crossed, that's what I'm hoping anyway, because otherwise right now with the parks as they are,
they're a mess.
You've got no reason to go back. You go on opening day, cool, that's great, but when there's no events, there's no reason to physically go back unless you are an enthusiast that absolutely loves rides regardless and wants to do that.
Well, that's kind of why we actually haven't been to many theme parks of late, because there's nothing to go back for. You know, okay,
the only one that has is Legoland, and actually we do need to go because Legoland have an F1 thing. I think it's until
next week.
The 15th.
It starts next Tuesday, doesn't it? Yeah, and you can go and see the F1 cars, the Lego F1 cars that they drove at the Canada Grand Prix.
And on top of that, they've just opened the Create Insider hub thingy that we still need to go and see. So Legoland are doing what they're doing, but then they've got a sister company of the actual Lego group. So Fam says they need to scrap IPs and just make something that is an original idea. Exactly. That's exactly.
Yes. But I don't see that for the foreseeable future at the minute with some of the parks.
No. Well, they're going to have to pull their socks up because Universal are going to come in and go, bye.
We will get on to that. We can get on to it now, actually. Shall we? The big talking point from this week, let me get that, is Project Universal Great Britain has submitted planning permission this week to the Bedfordshire Council. It's a very, very long document.
It was basically documents within documents within documents.
It's a six-part document that's just ridiculous.
To be fair, those documents aren't there for enthusiasts. They're just not.
Well, to be fair, if you want, I have left a link in the description. If you want a review of the document, or summary, that's the word, a summary of the document, BBC website has a very good summary of it, which I've left a link in the description. So by all means read that, and you get a far better idea and understanding of what the document and what they want to do. So yeah, go and check that out. So yeah, we'll just go on. We'll just touch on a few things. Also, I've left a link to the planning permission in the description as well. Obviously, I think the main standing point that most enthusiasts have seen is that the Universal wants to build a coaster or a structure. It doesn't specifically say coaster. It says a structure reaching up to 377 feet. Obviously it's vague whether it's a coaster, whether it's another structure, building, but yeah,
I think it's safe to assume that will be a coaster.
Yes, but it doesn't say that. I don't want to be saying, it's definitely a coaster.
For me, it would either be the one that's going to be in Jurassic World, if Jurassic World's coming, which from the concept it looks very evident that is the case, or it will be the Back to the Future coaster. They're the only two that would, for me, that would make sense to be that tall.
I think someone has actually made a note of how tall it could be and how fast it would go, and from hitting the spike at the top all the way down, it would reach probably over 88 miles an hour. So it probably is a good guess.
Well, the thing is, just the height beats Hyperia.
Yes.
So, so Rex has put, it's technically not planning permission, and it didn't go to the council. It's an SDO which goes directly to the government.
They're basically putting in permission or a request,
stating
what they want to do. Yes, it is very detailed either way.
Kat said they're for planning law enthusiasts, exactly, and UK's first giga potentially, maybe. A few of the other stats, shall we talk about? They're also expecting 8.5 million visitors a year, with 55,000 visitors on a peak day. Not surprising.
55,000, that's a lot.
Not surprising. But the thing is, I feel like with Universal, though we've never been to a Universal park, I feel like they will know exactly how to eat through the queue. So even on a busy day, it will feel busy, but it won't at the same time. I don't know if that makes any sense. But
well, let's hope so.
Yeah.
Some of the other boring stuff that they were talking about is they want to create a new junction off of the A421, which is basically the main road
Makes sense.
that travels
Makes sense.
through. They also want to make a 4-platform station at the Wixham station, which I think is still going through the planning stages, but that should be the first thing that starts construction very soon.
Yes.
And they're hoping to get permission or talk to the government or whatever they're doing in time to start building next year and for it to be open by 2031.
Right, okay, so yeah, FAM said as well they're trying to fast track, aren't they? So I think so that's why they want straight to government. I personally think this project will have special permission anyway because it's already been granted and given the go ahead by the government. I can't see, unless there's anything major, anything being denied, anything being hiccuped or anything like that, or you know, that sort of thing. I can't see it happening. That being said, I've forgotten what I was going to say. I still personally think that we will see it open in 2030. I think the original dates will still be, unless there's a major delay, I wouldn't put it past Universal to get it open by 2030.
I mean, yeah, 2030, 2031. I think it's definitely doable.
I still think the original 2030.
Okay.
Genuinely. May not be the beginning of 2030, but maybe like October time, just in time to, you know, hit us with Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh, actually, I missed out something.
Yeah, you missed out a lot there.
I've missed out a lot there. So obviously, the permission obviously is for the theme park, but it's also for an entertainment complex, a water park.
Oh yeah, see that had me when I saw about water park. I was like, absolutely.
And opening times is also a huge thing that they also have in this document, but I couldn't find when I looked through.
So it looks like the opening times. I have got them on my phone. You should have said. Basically, the average opening time, I believe, will be 9 till 11 p.m. And then with special occasions, actually, let's get them up on my phone. I can't get them on the screen, but so normal hours, Monday to Sunday, including bank holidays, 7 a.m. until 11 p.m.
I will say
seasonal events such as Halloween Horror Nights, Monday to Sunday, including bank holidays, will be 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. up to 60 times in any calendar year. That's insane. Holidays, so Monday to Sunday, including bank holidays, 7 till 1 a.m. up to 5 times in the calendar year, on or around Chinese New Year, the 5th of November, Diwali, Christmas, or New Year's Eve. So that potentially we could be getting New Year's Eve parties, which would be great.
Beef.
Special events, including private events, will be Monday to Sunday, including bank holidays, 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. up to 30 times in a calendar year. Then at the bottom it obviously says about amplified music permits within the theme park / water park / amusement park will finish no later than 11 p.m. except for during Halloween Horror Nights and special events. Ooh. And music may then be extended up till 12:30. So that's already a hell of a lot of a difference between what we're used to now.
That's where you can see Merlin scratching their heads going, oh my god. Yeah. That being said, right, this has given Merlin 6 years head start. Yeah. They know they've given them the times that they're going to be open. Now they've got 6 years to match them and better them.
Yeah. Yeah.
As far as I can see.
But they know I can't, unless Merlin already have a lot under their sleeve to be able to turn around and go, right, okay, we're not worried about this right now because, you know, and with that loss figure being so high, it wouldn't surprise me if they have got something up their sleeve. But
the only thing they've got against them is, again, planning permission. So, like, would locals be happy with them for the park?
But
like
it's not
staying or Alton Tower staying open.
The thing is, though, midnight. It's not really, when you look at where it is, there's not really a lot of housing around there.
Alton Towers,
it would depend. It would, yeah, but that's Alton Towers. It would depend on how the wind blows and stuff like that. Anyway, so Rex said opening day should be around April 9th, 2030 to 2030 / 31. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Our local mayor wants April 9th to be Universal Day, as that was the date it was officially announced to be happening. I mean, anything's possible. It really is. We can't wait for Horror Nights till 2 a.m. I like the fact that they're celebrating Guy Fawkes Night. Yeah, see, I like the British values there with the British holidays. Halloween Horror Nights. See, the thing is, right, so we could go and do our UK events, right? And then you can go straight from there to Universal and go and hang out for a few more hours.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's insane to me.
I'm not gonna lie. All the videos I've seen of Halloween Horror Nights, right? Theming is probably on point. I'm not gonna deny that, but the acting that goes in their scare mazes, I would still rather go to Tully's than I would to Halloween Horror Nights.
I mean, look.
We've never done it, so
bearing in mind, in America, it is heaving, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be heaving here. When we go to Halloween events, they're busy, but they're never like.
We've never done our
rammed.
Universal though.
So I wouldn't necessarily expect. Plus, I would expect a higher level of scare with Universal than anywhere else. So then, would that really fit a lot of the UK, if that makes sense?
I don't know. I'm only going from what I've seen vlog-wise.
I'm excited for it. Let me tell you that.
Their scares are nothing special. It's very much pop out, go back in, pop out, go back in. It's very monotonous. Very saming, sorry.
Yeah, when you see them reset for the next bit.
It's not great. That's why.
But then that could just be how they're taught to do it.
I would imagine so, but I'm just saying that,
you know. Swings and roundabouts, swings and roundabouts. The things that I picked up on with obviously the documentation is not something that we didn't already know. They are looking to hire more local. They're looking to do internships, apprenticeships. There was something else, I can't remember the word for it.
Apprenticeships?
No, it's gone. I was hoping that there would maybe be a snippet in there about how they're going to tackle accessibility, but that was just hoping. I don't know what normally goes in these documentations, so but it's still very exciting. I'm like,
I think for most of us, we were all hoping that one bit of picture or something new, and it was just a lot of writing.
I mean, it would have been cool to have more images, but I think this is more. It
was more formal, and you can tell we've been waiting for months for them to announce something, and you can see why now. The amount of detail they've had to go into it, that won't have just taken 24 hours. That would have taken months.
It's insane, but I can't see them having any issue.
Oh no, I mean, they're going to bring in, I can't remember the actual figure, forgive me, but they're going to bring in so much revenue into the UK. The government will be silly if they ever turned it down, which they won't, but if they did, it's millions and billions of pounds that will bring into the UK through tourism.
Rex says they've already registered their interest to work there. Smashing it, absolutely. I would love to work there. I mean, I wouldn't be able to work for long, but I would love to work there. Fam says we'll have to wait and see. They may be darker than in America because we like darker kind of scare in the UK.
True.
Yeah,
true.
That was kind of what I was trying to say. I feel like I went a bit backwards about it, but it's kind of what I was trying to say. So I 100% agree there. And Rex says, I reckon the images were exclusive to those in government. That's highly likely. Highly likely. But I feel like it won't be long before we get more information, like a little bit more of a...
It wouldn't surprise me if the government got this documentation just for, you can have it, just do it.
It wouldn't surprise me either, like genuinely, because everybody is so excited about it anyway. Like, I can't see them having any issues, if that makes sense.
No, definitely not.
In any way, shape or form. So,
But there we go. So that's basically the biggest news from the week, I'd say. But there is more, I did find more. Okay, not UK based. But there is more news. And it comes...
Oh my god.
Not from... Oh dear. That's embarrassing.
It's ice.
No one saw that. Can you just do that again?
It's from the condensation from this. I can't believe it.
There you go.
Sorry, I didn't even have to show you, look, because you can't see it from the camera.
No.
Oh wow.
There you go.
Wow, unbelievable.
Anyway, Intamin have opened a brand new coaster wheel that combines a Ferris wheel with a roller coaster. most of you already know it because they've got one
Disney.
at Disneyland California Adventure Park. But this is at Gwangju World, South Korea. I'm so sorry, I have literally just butchered that. I'm so
I was gonna
sorry.
say, I'm not sure
Please-
that's how it's pronounced. but
Please
sure.
forgive me. But it now takes Intamin's coaster wheels up to 5 that has been built all around the world. And it's just opened on the 28th of May. May. What am I on
I
about?
was gonna say
28th.
That's
yeah.
a month ago,
Back
nearly.
to the future.
Actually,
28th,
that's over a month
28th
ago.
of June, which was last week.
Yes.
There we go. There's that bit. Moving on. Something that actually happened today. Legoland Shanghai officially opened today, the 5th of July. There we go. There's a picture from its opening day. Looks very nice.
I bet they have proper pin badges.
They probably do. It's a brand new park. Will immerse guests into 8 lands, filled with over 75 interactive rides, shows and attractions. It has 3 coasters. The 3 coasters are Big Lego Coaster, which is a family B&M invert coaster. That's cool. The Dragon, built by Zahira. Zahira? I can never pronounce that one. Zira. Possibly a clone of the Dragon at Legoland Windsor, I'm guessing. And Dragon's Apprentice, built by Sam Perla, which again, I'm guessing that's a clone of the...
I mean, it could
The
be, it
Dragon's
might not be, it might be something
It might
completely
not be.
different. You would have thought that Chris would have looked it up before.
I
he said
did,
about
I
it.
RCDB'd it, but that didn't say if they were a clone or not.
Oh, right.
But there we go.
Before we move on, Fan says Labour want this to go through so they can gloat to the opposition how they save the economy because of Universal. I'm not going to get into politics.
Yeah, we're not a politics channel.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into politics, but I don't care who gets it in. I don't care who gets it done. As long as it gets done, I think it will be great for the UK. I mean, obviously it's going ahead, but you know.
Yes. Anyway,
Fucking,
That's-
that's great.
that's the news.
Is that it?
That's the news for this week.
I say it like that's nothing. That's quite a big chunk.
There is.
I mean, there's more Halloween news coming out.
There is.
With Doncaster Fear Factory having announced their new ones. We're still waiting on the final announcement from Halloween Haunt Fest. That's very exciting.
We are. There is also.
What
hang on.
else am I missing?
You're
I feel
missing
like there
a
was
brand
something
new.
else.
There's a brand new attraction that's opening up in the Midlands, and I don't know the name. Hang on, found it. It's called Statfold Screen Park.
Oh, nice.
And it's new in 2025. Oh, here we go.
Right,
It's
okay.
at Statfold. It's at Statfold Country Park, in Staffordshire. It's 5 minutes away from Tamworth Town Centre and the M42.
Can you tell that I just sprung the Halloween news on him
You
last
did.
minute? Like, I think that's great. Also, we have with Fear at Avon, we have what's it called? The Exorcism or The Exorcist?
Is that coming
That's
back?
coming back this year.
Oh, I thought that was going. There is something new coming to Scotland, called Terror.
At least I think it's coming back.
Yeah, that's a scare park. Connie Fix
Yeah.
presents Terror. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Yeah, The Exorcism is coming back. Which means we might actually get a chance to do that this year.
You never know.
Right, so we shall wrap up this stream here. If you give us 5-10 minutes, we will be on our Discord if you want
Yes.
to come and have a chat.
I will
So-
just say you have been watching AT UK News. She's been Hayley. I've been Chris. Thank you for watching, and we shall see you on the next episode of AT UK News.
Yes, we will be on the Discord in about 5 to 10 minutes. So head on over and you'll see us there.